a tick. That's just my little bit. Sorry, Ben. That's my, sorry, mate. Sorry. I do. Ladies and gentlemen, it is an absolute pleasure to introduce to you one of the shining beacons in our YouTube watch community. His channel is dedicated to bringing us the best in affordable watches. I'm a huge fan. I know you probably are too. It's Ben Arthur from Ben's Watch Club. How you doing, Ben?
Awesome, thanks Russ. Yeah, pleasure to be here, to be honest. Pleasure to be here. I always enjoy this kind of thing, to be honest. And I know you've got some pretty funky questions lined up for me, so I'm ready to answer them.
I promise they're not too funky. It's an absolute pleasure that I've got one of the big hitters in affordable watches on YouTube, Ben. Listen, I'm in awe of you, my man. I'm in awe. Don't do that. He's blushing.
Do I class as a big hitter now? We're about to hit 100k. Does that make me a big boy?
I saw it, Ben. I saw 99.4, or is it going up? Last time I saw
something
it.
Like that, yeah.
Ben, it's a huge. I mean, how does it feel? I mean, I saw that your shows have been seen over 14 million times. I mean, what the heck? How do you feel about having a channel with almost 100,000 subscribers and over 14 million views worldwide?
Quite good. Maybe not in the way that you think. Like, I think a lot of people would, say it's great to have all the views and stuff, and obviously I really appreciate everyone that tunes into the channel and that, but I'm not quite so bothered, to be honest, even about the subscriber count, the 100k. If you like your YouTuber yourself, you probably know that subscribers is really more of like a vanity metric these days. It doesn't kind of matter that much. It's all about the views and more so like the impact that you feel that you're having on people. I think that's what I'm absolutely trying to lean more towards these days with the content. So I'm trying to make a bit less of it, but make it a bit more impactful, helpful. And I've noticed that that's definitely there these days, which is good because I only
absolutely.
got I had a previous channel with 100k odd subscribers.
Doing my research, Ben, I've seen your old channel. The Ben Arthur channel that's well over 125,000 subscribers, and throw that in the towel and let's start something new.
Yeah, that's kind of what it was like, to be honest, because with that channel, even though we had that subscribership number years ago before this one, it never felt like we had the same kind of authority, I guess you could probably call it, or impact. Whereas this one, I think, from earlier on, I feel like we've been making more of a difference to people, helping them out and that, which is what it's all about. I like other YouTubers who do that, so I want to try and be one myself.
Absolutely. And so you started this watch channel in 2019? 2019 March 2019. You've
been doing your homework.
No, I try, Ben. I really do try. I'm a fan of yours, for God's sake. I'm not stalkery way. I always say that to
you're not standing outside, are you?
I'm not. I'm sorry. I promise. I promise. But so what made you decide to go the watch channel route after your style channel that you had before?
That's a good question. There's a few different factors in it, really. I'd already experienced some watches as a result of doing fashion, because you have brands that want to send you stuff, obviously. And I had random brands sending me stuff. And there's a few interesting bits and pieces, like some of these fashion channels shilling watches that I thought were pretty terrible. Having experienced them myself, I thought absolutely terrible. There was, like I mentioned briefly before, I felt like that channel wasn't having the huge impact that I kind of wanted it to have. I wanted to better help people. I founded that channel purely to help people, but even though that was the intention going into it, it kind of turned out that I wasn't helping as many people as I'd thought or as I'd wanted to with the content. It was reaching some people, but I think in some ways that type of content was only it was making vain people vainer to an extent. It's true. I think it kind of was, because I feel like with the fashiony stuff, the people I was trying to reach out to were those who weren't particularly bothered about the fashion, but they're not the same people that are watching the videos. It kind of turned out to me, because they weren't bothered about the fashion. They're happy with what they look like already. So I wasn't really talking to the people I wanted to be.
Well, I love your mission statement. You're here to help. I absolutely love that. It's something special to have a rooted base like that to start with your channel. I don't think many YouTubers would do that. I want to help you, and I absolutely love it. I think it's admirable, my man. And you've gone down the affordable route because that is the everyman. Most men and women out there are not looking at your Rolexes or your Amigas or your Patek Philippe's. And just, I know as well as you that the amount of amazing watches that are affordable, under the 200, under the 100, under the £50, you could have a channel for 3, 4, 500 videos in a year and still have enough left for 500 after that, And one thing that I would want to mention is you're so articulate on your shows, and there's big words that you use that I can only dream of, Ben. On your shows,
you can thank the thesaurus for that. Yeah, I try and make the videos very digestible, I guess. And part of that is using words, as few words as possible to say what I mean. I suppose that's the best way of looking at it.
It's amazing because there's no waffle, and it's all original and your own content, and I applaud you for that, because I know I don't do any scripting myself. And that's why I'm not as articulate as I could be. I applaud you for the work that you put in to your shows. I know you said off air that it takes you about 9 days to make the show, because you are coming out with this no waffle script, all bang bang bang, and it really does show, man. So I want to say a big well done, and I appreciate what you do there.
Thank you very much. Thanks. Give yourself a pat on the back.
That's brilliant. Excellent. Right, so what I need to talk about is...
Get your watch out.
Oh, well, that signifies, Ben, our get your watch out wrist check, my friend. What are you wearing today?
Not a Casio, surprisingly.
Oh,
I know, controversial, let's see if I can get this in focus.
Oh, yes.
It's a 38mm Seagull 1963, including it in a roundup soon, and I've been trying it out a bit more. It's a nice watch, actually.
I love the strap on it, Ben. What's the strap you got on it?
I think it's a Barton.
Yeah, very nice.
It's a brown Barton. I'll see if I can hold the watch up to the camera for you. Yeah, it's just like an 18mm.
Yes.
Come on, get in the way of my face. There we go. It's just a simple brown Barton, just to take the thickness down a little bit, because by default it comes on a NATO, and that just boosts it, so it's a real little chunky thing. So it certainly makes a difference on my wrist, as you can imagine.
Well, this is another reason why I love your content, Ben, and I'm a big fan of yours, because we have the same twig-like wrists. So usually any watches that you like and you wear, I would be quite interested in myself, which is why I'm dedicating my wrist check today, the Casio W86, my friend. I know that you've showed this on a show, and you just said that you're going to be showcasing this on another show very soon.
Yes. Yeah, that one's already written. Yeah, it's a good watch, that one, really, for its purpose, isn't it? It's like an F91 on steroids, basically.
This is what I found. I did a show recently, Ben, on the best affordable Casios under £50, and it's a little beefed up F91 with fantastic vents in the strap, and the illumination is phenomenal, and same module. I think it's the same module as the F91, but just that slightly beefed up to fit more wrists than ours, but I wanted to wear that today because I know that you've championed it in the past, and I love it. I love it myself.
Thank you. Yes, it's a good one, especially if you're going, if you've got like a manual job, let's say, where you're a bit worried about something getting smashed up. That's like the perfect watch these days, and you can actually read it at night, unlike the F91.
Good, but it doesn't stop us not loving it, though, Ben. That's the problem, isn't it? With the F91, we still love that beauty. I saw a video of you, is the latest Casio video of yours, and you've beaten yours around, haven't you, your F91? It's got sort of chips away in the corners, and you have properly worn that watch. It's brilliant.
Well, yeah, I ended up, I tried to extract the movement out of it the other day and ended up absolutely scratching it to bits. So I think I might have to order another one. No joke. I was going to include it in this W86 for like a comparison, but I've absolutely scratched it to bits. It got kind of wedged. Yeah, it didn't go very well. But at least the chip to replace.
Ben, we are going to do some quick questions, mate, because I would like to get to know you. I know my subscribers would too. We've got some subscriber questions later, but right now I'm going to give you some awesome quick questions off the top of your head, Ben. Straight away, one word answers, no time thinking. Don't you do any thinking.
Oh, goodness, okay.
Let me get, hang on, here we go. There it is.
It's like the trace, this. Right. Go on.
This is gonna. We're gonna find out just what sort of man you are.
Oh goodness!
I'm also.
Do you want to know?
Of course we do. Yeah. I used this watch, Ben, when I was little with my brother to time us running around the house. Always reminds me of him, and I love it. So I'm going to use that with you. I'm guessing you're going to do this in about 35 to 45 seconds on the old Ascot chronograph. We shall see.
Is there a time to beat? Is there a time I can beat here or what?
I think Mark from Long Island Watch, we did the same questions, Ben, and I think it was about 35 to 45 seconds. So you've got this in the bag, mate. You've got this in the bag. I will try and be as quick as I can with the questions. Are you ready? Here we go. Ready, steady, go. Favourite food?
Pizza.
Favourite film?
Heat.
Favourite song?
Late Night Feelings.
Oh, favourite YouTube channel? Doesn't have to be watches.
Let me know.
Oh, if you could have dinner with a celebrity, dead or alive, who would it be, Ben?
It would be... It's difficult. I'm running out of time here. That is a really good question.
That's all right. There's no wrong or right answer.
Probably Stanley Kubrick or something like that.
Oh my God, yes. Favourite watch brand?
Casio.
Casio. Least favourite watch brand?
Valucci. Probably.
Favourite Ninja Turtle?
Donatello.
Oh! We are at 1 minute and 5 seconds, Ben.
Oh, that celebrity one got me?
Yeah, I got you with the celebrity one. But
you did.
That's an awesome choice. Why would you pick Stanley Kubrick then? That's an awesome answer.
I'm always trying to learn, trying to make my videography better. And who else would you ask, eh?
Super. So we got to go through these. Favourite food? Pizza. That's a great shout. Great shout. What sort of toppings? What's the toppings, Ben?
I'll eat anything these days, to be honest, as long as it's not pineapple.
Oh, no pineapple. Very nice. Favourite film? Heat. I love that specific Heat. Straight in.
Yeah.
You are who stars? Is that Al Pacino?
Yeah, and De Niro.
And the big man, De Niro.
Yeah, a couple of others. It's a beautiful film, that.
Favourite song? I hadn't heard of this, Ben. Tell me about this song.
It's a Mark Ronson one, I think it is.
Oh, Ronson.
It's just very well written. The music is, even though it wasn't
very
like
cool.
A big massive hit or anything. It was just lovely, like Caribbean kind of vibe to it.
I love it.
Yeah, just very nicely written song.
I love it. And tell me about this YouTube channel.
His YouTube goals. Let me know. Let me
Really?
know his YouTube goals. Have you seen any of his videos?
No, I haven't, Ben. I as soon as we get off this interview, I am on there. I am on there.
Yeah, type it in. All one word. Let me know. It's
let me know.
Just better than Netflix quality videos.
Really?
Like, oh, for sure. He even composes his own music for some of the videos, that bloke.
Oh my God.
He's like, I mean, there's no way I could ever make a channel as good as his, but he's like the goalpost,
He's
what I mean?
up
You're
there.
gonna try and shoot
Wow.
for, aren't you?
The main answer, Ben, was the turtle Donatello. That is controversial one. Talk to me about Donatello. Talk to me about this choice.
He's the only one whose name I can remember. That's the truth.
love it.
I remember a couple
love
now.
it.
There was
Leonardo,
and then there was another one. I can't remember the other one.
Michelangelo, the sort of one, no one really's bothered about. But Donnie's the kind of he's the clever one. He's the scientist, and he's got a big stick.
The Joe
Purple.
staff with the purple.
Purple.
Yeah.
That's it. So you're still saying Donatello?
Yeah, let's go with him.
Lovely. Excellent questions and answers. Right, so we're going to move on to subscriber questions. Very personal now, Ben.
Oh, goodness.
Not really, I'm only joking. Right, here's my spared no expense on the question sheet. But yeah, I had loads, Ben, so I've just picked 5 questions from my amazing subscribers. And here they go. Number 1, if you could only have one watch, Ben, what would it be? Oh, he's getting... Oh, my...
Come on, camera. There we go.
What we got? What is it? What we got there?
Casio.
Oh,
let me remember
yes.
The lineage. I can't remember the code. Sorry, they're all ridiculously long, aren't they, with these codes?
Yes, I saw the video, Ben. That is is that with the little digital screen as well?
Yeah.
It's a beauty.
LCW M100.
This could be a while.
Yes, that's the one they decided to name this, and then it's got about 20 other names on the back. You can probably see if it'll focus. It's got about 20 different names, so you'll have to forgive me. But it's the one that looks like this. It's
yes, it's so cool.
Really
I'm a big fan. It's a little bit pricey, but is it the £200 one? But it's sapphire glass. The dial is beautiful. It's like that sunburst grey.
Yeah, it's just got like some couple of useful functions. Got the solar power, the radio control. It's basically all you need in a watch, and you could wear that to pretty much everything, really. So if it was just give me one.
50 metres of water resistance, but I saw on the manual it says swimming is allowed. So you can do everything.
Probably just about get away with that one, I think, based on the construction. But you know what they're like. They kind of lie, lots of these brands, about the water resistance, or they just guess, don't they? So who knows?
Absolutely.
But I don't swim anyway. I'm about as far from the sea as you can get.
But you can go in the bath, you can go in the shower, and just be safe in the knowledge. As long as you haven't got a leather strap on, get it wet. That's absolutely fine.
Get your watch out.
Are there any watches that you are desperate to review in 2022?
Right.
Any off the top of your head? Oh.
So, I'm just desperate for the next sort of... I'm not legally allowed to say that. The next
you can say what you want.
I'm most excited for the next highly questionable watch brand that bombards its audience with affordable luxury advertising, so I can review it and get loads of views, because it's probably got some shady stuff going on.
Ben, well, that is an amazing segue for us to talk about Spaghetti SCAMETI, isn't it? What an incredible show that was, Ben. I know it's not very long; it's only like 4 or 5 minutes, is it? But I've watched it about 6 times. I do love my characters in my shows, and I love the character that you portrayed, the Steve Jobs roll neck, the old glasses. So just tell me why you decided to do this parody of, we won't name any names of watches at the minute, but this parody of this fashion, let's call them affordable luxury watches.
Yeah, so, we've all heard of these brands, not going to name any, but they rhyme with like Lincero and Filippo Spoletti, and, they rhyme with that sort of thing.
Loretti!
Yeah, they just bombard you with ads, basically, don't they? And it's just so annoying. They're just so unbelievably manipulative, some of these companies. They know exactly what they're doing.
Yeah.
They're happy to just openly lie about stuff like the origin of the brand, for instance.
Oh, God, yeah.
It's got to such a ridiculous extent that I thought it was just worth making my own fake version. So
it was amazing.
And it's only when you put it into parody that you realise that some of these ads, they're just
They're not far off.
Yeah, they're not far off at all. They're just like it, yeah. So
absolutely crazy. But they sell so many, Ben.
It's
incredible,
must,
isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, you see some of the like the crowdfunding pages, and there's, provided that the backer stats are not faked, like tens of thousands of backers. And I'm thinking,
unbelievable.
I know,
unbelievable. I mean, I particularly liked your 30 seconds warranty on the SCAMETI. Exactly, I absolutely love that. And I just couldn't believe I watched your is it Vanucci or Vellucci?
The recent one, yeah, Valucci.
Yes, Valucci. I couldn't believe, Ben, the Shutterstock footage of the guy with the leather. I cannot believe it.
And then just stealing all the product shots. Like, who does that?
I can't believe it.
I still can't believe it. I'm the one that made the video.
But it's there in plain sight. You know, they're not. It's just incredible, isn't it? Absolutely incredible. And I just want to commend you for because there aren't many. I mean, there'll be reviews about the watch and saying, well, this is actually pretty crap, to be fair, and all this, but not going into detail about the company and just the shadiness. You know, the Chinese/Italian sort of stuff. It's just crazy, absolutely crazy stuff. And you could there must be 5 to 10 more watches like that are doing exactly the same, and you'd have a field day, Ben. I think SCAMETI needs to come back. I've already had like 6 subscribers ask me when is it going into production, the SCAMETI. Talk to me.
Well, okay, so I've heard some rumours, right? I had a text from Charles Ponzi. And he told me that, you know, I was supposed to be able to get some review samples once we hit 100,000 subscribers. However, due to some unforeseen circumstances, this has had to be pushed back.
No.
Yeah, you know, maybe someone's looking at Kickstarter, who knows? No, perhaps people will at some point be able to get their hands on an exclusive SCAMETI.
Oh my gosh. Maybe you've heard it here first. That is an incredible stuff.
I heard there's going to be some long wait lists. You're going to be talking, you know, 2030s before you can get your hands on it, potentially.
2030s.
Or if some of these other brands are to be believed, maybe never.
Third question. If you weren't a watch enthusiast, Ben, what other hobbies would take that time away? What's your other hobbies you like doing?
Building computers, maybe.
Really?
Although I don't know if there's any money in it.
Wow,
but yeah.
That is superb.
Just like making computers, just like a bit of a computer nerd, to be honest.
That is superb.
But that's hard going at the moment with all the scalpers, like in the watch scene, the scalpers in the watch scene. But they're even worse with graphics cards and tech now. So
I can't believe that.
That would be impossible.
Have you built computers before? This is incredible.
Absolutely, yes. We have this one here.
Really?
Built by myself. Although it's not. To be honest, right? It sounds like complex, doesn't it, to people who don't do it? But it's much more like Lego than rocket science. Let's put it that way. It's not that difficult.
Wow.
But yeah, I built a few. So just got a couple of things I'm sort of building as like a hobby at the moment. Maybe if watches fell off, or maybe if I got exposed or something, maybe I'd just turn into a computer channel, who knows.
Wow. Well, listen, you seem to have the secret ingredients, Ben, of making shows that get subscribers and the views, so I'd imagine that there wouldn't be much you couldn't promote or review, for God's sake.
Do you want to know the secret, Ross?
Come on, tell me, mate. Come on.
Cutting out the middleman.
Cutting out the middleman. You need to explain about
That's
this.
what it is.
Hang on.
Yeah,
hang on.
You see, them doors are shut there because he's dying behind there. He's just been knifed in the chest. He's been cut out.
Let me just write this down, Ben. Cut out the middleman.
Yeah, that's
any
it.
more on that? Any more to?
Yeah, affordable luxury branding. And thumbnails. Affordable luxury thumbnails.
Absolutely, I'm in there. Thumbnails, affordable luxury. Good.
And then overpromise and underdeliver. That's the key one as well.
Excellent. Well,
every time.
I'm pretty good at doing that, Ben. I must admit. So I'm doing one. I'm doing one good thing.
1 out of the 3.
Well, that's superb. I had a question about when is Spaghetti Scametti going into production. We've already been there, so that's excellent news. Exciting.
Yeah, we've heard the rumours.
Oh my God!
On all the Hort Horology
where
forums.
Where is Worn and
yes.
Wound? Where is Hodinky? Because they will be all over it, mate.
Hodinky. Yep. The Scametti special.
And number 5 is a good one because it was what I was going to ask you. Any big plans for your channel for 2022 and moving on? Do you have any, is there a road that you're going to go down that you're going to concentrate on more? Or you're just going to keep doing what you're doing because it seems to work anyway, Ben?
Like, to be honest, I'm just trying to keep improving with every aspect of the channel, whether that's like the writing of the videos or the actual subject of the videos or the production quality. We're trying to expand the business, try and get some help here because maybe I'll be the mad watch collector soon because I've been going slowly insane over the last 12 months.
Yeah.
Especially since the start of COVID as well. Oh my goodness. You know what it's like wearing about 20 hats. So that might help to speed up production.
That's cool.
And get videos out a bit more effectively at some point. Although I'll never be, like a channel that can spam a video out a day because I'm just, I don't know. I don't like doing that. I don't know. I'd feel bad. I feel like it wasn't enough quality control.
You are a perfectionist, Ben, and it does show in your shows, absolutely. And that's going to be the hard bit, isn't it? It's giving the editing to someone else or to do something. That's going to be hard to do that. But that's a good way of taking the load off of you and maybe getting a couple of shows out in a week instead of one, maybe.
Yes, that's kind of the vision. I just want to be as helpful as possible and engaging as possible. That's kind of it.
So I set Ben a challenge, the 3-watch collection, the Land, Air and Sea affordable collection. We know that Ben has had a lot of experience in the affordable watch world, and this is going to be interesting to find out what his top choices are for Land, Air and Sea. Ben, what do you want to go with first? Because I've got them here just in case you've forgotten. Don't worry.
Have you got my list?
I've got your list, mate.
I've got your list. Forgotten after I sent you the list. I know that one of them was the Loris Field Watch, the titanium one with some weird code beginning with R.
Absolutely. Let's go Land.
The Land one.
So the Loris Titanium RXD 425L8. And this is a cool watch, isn't it? Very cool. Titanium, Ben.
Yep, dirt cheap. Not very marketable name, but dirt cheap, 100 meter water resistance. Yeah, titanium.
There he is.
Looks really nice too.
There he is.
Oh no, that's like a slightly different one.
Is this the Loom one?
Because I did a video where I compared the two because they look very similar. That's like the Loom one, but that one's steel.
Okay.
I like the titanium one, but then they discontinued it. But I believe a few weeks ago they sort of re-released it, and it looks slightly different now with a different code name.
Okay, all right.
I can't remember, but it is like dirt cheap, and that's all you really need in a field watch. Yeah, you don't really need more than
absolutely
that.
Love it.
For
and
actual field usage.
There's not many. I don't know if that watch, Ben, is 100 meters water resistant as well. This one is. Not many field watches are over 50, so that is a do-it-all, go-anywhere watch, isn't it? Really, that's an awesome watch. I got that as £40, Ben. Is that about right? About that?
Somewhere around there it was, yeah.
Cool. Your Air choice is what you've got on your wrist, Ben.
Was it this seagull?
It was the seagull,
that's bad. I've forgotten I'm even wearing it. This is a good watch, to be honest.
It's an awesome watch. I've owned one myself.
The only downside with it is that the tick is quite loud, like the mechanism all the way along. You can hear that at night. But aside from that, it's a pretty nice watch, really, and it's very affordable.
Do you have the display case back, Ben? Because oh my god, I mean, for what, £180, £167? I mean, look at it. I mean, can you get anything that beautiful for that price? I mean, it's a column wheel chronograph, for God's sake.
The only thing you can probably get that's more beautiful than that for the price is a cat, maybe. maybe a nice little cat.
Maybe a nice little cat, yeah. And that one doesn't poo or wee, so I'd go with the seagull.
I'd
go with the seagull.
Cheaper.
So that's the 38mm version with the sapphire glass.
With the sapphire, that one, they do the acrylic one, don't they? Which I think is maybe slightly cheaper.
Slightly cheaper, in it, you got to go.
I like this one. I like the scratch resistance, and it's flatter crystal, whereas the acrylic ones seem to be significantly domed, like quite high, which just makes it bit too thick for me, so I like the sleeker sapphire one.
As a 38mm, it's like a little bubble on your wrist, isn't it, with the acrylic one? And like you said, the sapphire just brings it down the thickness a little bit. But you know, I mean, if it's housing that beautiful thing, then that ST19 movement, then you gotta just take it. Gotta just take it, and you've got it on a Barton strap, that beauty.
Yes, yeah, nice little comfy Barton strap. Highly recommended, really. I like the quick release ones. Much easier to deal with, aren't they? You don't have to risk scratching the lugs to pieces.
Yeah,
which is nice.
That's cool. What a great choice that is. And your C is a San Martin. You gave me the SN045-G, which, from what I can see, I did get it wrong just now. Is it this beauty? So this San Martin are known for their homages, and this looks like to be quite an original watch. Is it?
Yes. Yeah, I covered both in that sort of small dive watches roundup quite recently. And yeah, that one in particular is like to be honest, the dial is kind of a complete rip-off, but the rest of it isn't. Like the case, you know, like the bezel and the strap or bracelet that it comes on, it gives a piece definitely some more uniqueness than a lot of the copy and paste jobs in the San Martin lineup.
It's not your basic cushion style. It's kind of actually got some original shape. Yeah,
it's not just a Submariner clone. Yeah, it's actually something sort of semi-original at least. But the reason it's in there is because, you know, when I'm talking a super strict price, that one's dirt cheap anyway, and the finishing on them is just absolutely ridiculous on the case. Like, it's just extremely good finishing. The only part with San Martin, aside from the never-ending clones that they make, is just like the dials are a little bit underwhelming. They're just very plain, really. But apart from that, very good watches. I mean, the best build quality I've come across for the money, for sure. Obvious downside to some people is it's like a Chinese brand or whatever, or made in China as well, you know.
Excellent choices, mate. That's brilliant. Hello. The last thing I want to talk to you about, Ben, is this. My wife has a little segment on my shows called What the Wife Thinks, and it's her first impressions of every watch that I review. Apart from micro brands, I respect a micro brand because sometimes she's quite short and bitey on her impressions of the watch. I'm just wondering, you are married. Congratulations on your recent marriage, by the way. That's fantastic. First of all, what does your wife think about the watch YouTube channel that you have? What does she think about your watches? And is she into watches? Go for it, Ben.
Okay, so she isn't really into watches. Until sort of semi-recently, she didn't used to wear a watch. Because I guess technically they're not very functional. I think men are more easily addicted to weird things like watches on computers or whatever, you know, them sorts of things. So I've got a couple of Citizens which she wears out and that, but she doesn't tend to wear really a watch on a day-to-day basis much, possibly because she don't find them like super comfortable or whatever. But with regards to like the channel and stuff, I employ her full time on the channel anyway, so she has to be into it. Nice. But she's very supportive. Without her, a lot less you get done. She keeps me on track with everything.
That's cool.
So she's totally behind it, and it pays the bills now. So it's got to work one way or another.
That's cool.
I mean, I'll be on the streets.
Yeah, well, it's so interesting to talk about wives and our partners, because when I spoke to Mark at Long Island Watch, his wife was working for him also, and it's just great how a YouTube channel and the watch stuff that you do has brought you together, and you know you're not in each other's throats or anything, and
not yet.
You're coexisting, and she's loving what you do and the channel, so it's brilliant.
Cheers. Yes, thanks for that. Yes, it's very useful to have another helping set of hands with lots of the stuff that I'm terrible at, so certainly helps.
Good. Yeah, my wife could definitely help me with the admin side, absolutely. And punctuation, I'm pretty rubbish at that. If I ever was to script anything, she would be the one to do it, and I will employ her, maybe with chocolate first and then on the payroll afterwards.
Yes.
You know.
Oh, she's a
that's
chocolate
cool.
fan. Maybe it'll save you some money in the long run. Who knows?
Ben, thank you so much for this interview. I've had absolute blast. It's been an absolute pleasure to get to know you a little bit more, mate, and I hope I haven't taken too much of your time.
Oh, no, don't worry about it. You know, it's always fun to jump on stuff like this. So, yeah, thanks for having me, and thanks for not scamming people.
I really try not to. I love what you do, and it's given me an inspiration. You were one of the inspirations that made me start a channel, definitely, Ben, and so I want to say a big thank you for that. And yeah, it's just brilliant to have met you, and that's it, really.
Cheers, thanks for the kind words.
It's
it's
cool.
good that the video's having somewhat of an impact anyway, so
Absolutely.
that was the objective all along.
Good. Excellent. Thank you very much, Ben. That's it. That's all we have time for. From me, the Mad Watch Collector, I'll see you in a tick, 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 a tick.
Every little second, every hour, every minute.